So it's time that we went to YouTube. Me and Chris will start to show you guys some videos on here.
I think you have filmed enough horse shit in my life. I shouldn't have to shovel it on film now.
Please like and subscribe. The more subscribers we get, the better it is for you guys, because it'll be the better content we can bring in. Let's start the episode.
Hi everybody. So as you guys can see, winter is getting on to us. I'm going to have to tape it too, but at least this will hold it on. I should have used a piece of wood. I'm going to have to tape them up anyway. But maybe a couple pieces of styrofoam will really hook this up. Yeah, see, some of that damn tape would do a ton to keep this warm. But I don't like it above the flame on this one. I'd rather I had it on the back. I got to get some of that magic tape. So I'm going to put some insulation stuff on. You guys will see that in a minute.
Dad is trying to get the snowblower to start. Oh yeah, here we go.
We ran out of gas.
Yeah.
I knew that that's what it was. Okay, so I know that this thing, I think the only thing wrong with it's out of gas.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a look. Oh no, shittily, it's not out of gas. I just bought this new carburetor for this thing, and I'm not sure it's perfect for what we want, but it's working on it. It seems to be trying. So now we're going to get the other monster out, and we're going to put the stuff away that we don't use for this rest of the season. You know, like my Eve Stroff bucket and the power washer.
And we might be talking about the golf cart.
The golf cart going to come all the way in here because I don't know what the problem is the golf cart's really cheap on fuel, right? Where if we use the farm car, as I was telling Christopher earlier,
It's not cheap on fuel.
No, the farm car is about $10 a week, whereas the golf cart's about $10 a month if it's lucky. Like, I think the entire summer I only put gas in it 3 times, and it was only $10. So I don't know what to say. Well, Joe, just wanted you to know I still keep the cover on it. Look at it. Still looks like the day you gave it to me. Hey, looks exactly the same. Anyway, let's see if we can get Little Bike fired up. Alright, so I think the battery is going to be dead. I think for sure the battery is going to be dead. But I have confidence in the Little Bike. Which, what's the chances that this battery will not be dead? Oh, she's dead. She's dead. So, can we fire the old bike up? Kickstarting it. Let's see. I wonder if it's turned on. Oh, it's for sure turned on because that switch is all bugged up. Oh, almost had it. Huh. Come on now. You can come back anytime now. Well, look at you, Little Bike. Yay. There. Little bike warmed up.
Yep.
We'll get the little battery charged up on it and you'll be able to ride that. We have one more snowblower. Now, will the man-eating snowblower even start? Let's see. Why? Why? Why did you die? You have fuel? No, yeah, you're full. Why? These carburetors are junk. This could be a problem. Don't get hit in the face. Well, that's not good. I think I buggered up the carburetor playing with it. I should have left it alone.
Yep.
Where's that can of Quick Start? Not in here?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that doesn't help. Doesn't it sound good?
No, I don't. Not to me.
I think it's junk. That's the end of that starter.
Probably.
Oh. Well, I'm getting hot pulling on this thing. So I wish I had the Quick Start. I'm thinking I flooded it somehow. Come on now. All right. Let's see if we can get the next thing started. Gonna turn the fuel on. I'm gonna wait for a few minutes. We're just waiting for it to warm up.
All right.
And then I'm gonna try to just get it turned around. I'd like to put it right there, hidden under the tree there.
All right.
I hate to drive into it with the damn.
No.
That would piss me off.
I would put it where you put it last year.
Where? I know, but it's not time yet, and there's no real snow up there to move it. There's no real snow to move it here either. There, it fired up, no problem. We're gonna leave it here and put the cover on it. It's hidden under the trees. Okay, now we're gonna put. I think we're gonna put the golf cart away.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put the trailer. See, now I don't know what to do because the farm car is kind of useless, and it uses a lot of fuel. So I don't know. I think we're gonna dump the trailer and put the golf cart in the back.
Yeah.
Now, if it gets dry, we'll pull it out. But for right now, that fire's being a pain in the ass. I think we're going to take some wood over to that. All right, everybody. So last night, I was out here late. And I got the winch. Here, show them the new winch controller.
Yep.
Look at this winch controller that I got from Amazon. Ready? How's that? No, I'm asking you.
Great. It's great.
Ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's funny that it's got braille on it. Either that or maybe it's just a spot for your fingers not to slip off. This was the dog I built last night. See it? So this is what we had. And I added that. So now the blade won't scratch the pavement. But that looks like it's going to work perfect, don't it? The only thing I have to figure out next is how to stop the tire from going flat. Oh, so these are trailer tires that I put on for Christopher. His other tires kept going flat. It's probably the rim after all of this. But anyway, so I got to figure out why his tire goes flat. Anyway, it's cold. We're going to put some heavy clothes on and I'm going to crank the fire up and I'll get back to this in a minute. We're going to get back to our wings after a bit. See you guys in a bit. All right, everybody. So here's what we're going to do. This is a John Deere snowblower. And it runs really well and it drives really well, but it doesn't really throw the snow that far. It eats the snow really well, but it doesn't throw it that far. And so I've seen a couple guys on the internet and they're going to do what I'm about to do. So the reason why it doesn't blow is because if you look here, there's a little gap right here between the paddle and the outside of the frame. And what happens is the snow gets stuck in there. So what I've seen on the internet is what you do is get yourself a couple of rubber pads, and I'll show you guys me making the rubber pads after. And you put little rubber pads on there, and that takes up the gap of where the metal has been eroded away, and it's supposed to make it shoot twice as far. So I'll do it, and I'll tell you guys how it works. All right, so my next plan is to take a chunk of this conveyor belt rubber that I got, and I'm going to try to make myself a couple of pads out of it. This stuff sucks to cut, though. I don't know if I can cut it with the hacksaw. Nope, you ain't going to cut it with a hacksaw. So what am I going to cut it with? The Sawzall, maybe? Maybe the Sawzall cut through that. Anyway, when I figure it out, I'll show you guys. It does look like the Sawzall is the way to cut this. You were already recording?
Yep.
Good.
Absolutely.
This stuff sucks. Well, it's going to work. It should work. It should. That should be big enough. A couple of washers on there. And then just cut that one right down the middle. This is going to go back on the army truck to cover up the thing. I just need a chunk of it. So now we'll throw this on here like this. So we'll throw it on here like this to try to get three pads on it. Let's see what happens. Ooh, probably going. Okay, can I get 3 pads out of this thing? Alright. Not exactly as big as I was hoping. I don't even know if it's going to work. It looks like it's going to be too long. I think it's too long. I think that was too long and this is too long. Let's see how big they're supposed to be. 3 inches. Oh, are they all the same size pretty much? 6 inches. How can it only be 3 inches? That's got to be wrong. That's me wrong. Okay, let's see. 3.5 inches. 3 inches should do it. So I just chop it in half. So, is that all it really needs? That's too short. Is it too short? I can't tell. I gotta get my flashlight. I'll be back. I think it should be wider. What do you think, Chris? I think the whole thing is wrong. Oh no, you can still get 2 screws in it right there. Even if you just stuck it like that, that should make a difference. Because how would you make it any wider? How would you make that wider? I guess it could. I guess it could be 4.5 inches. I could bend the piece around. I may have to cut more. I have to cut more. So what did we say? 4.5 inches. So let's take this guy here. That's 4.5 inches. It's right there. That's a bit bigger on one end. Where's the light? Let's see what that looks like. That would work. That would work. 3 like that. So show them what we're doing. So I'm going to make that rubber piece fit on there and I'm going to bolt it to it. I'm just going to drill 2 holes and bolt it. Yeah. And we'll see what that's like. Especially with that being down there like that. If I could just get 2 bolts in it, she'd be rocking. Yeah, so I need 3 pieces like that, then we're going to bolt it. I'll show you guys when I'm done. Alright everybody, let me tell you how it is to put these damn things together. It's a pain in the because so you make a pad like this, and I cut a bunch of them up, and I thought it was going to be easy, and I'm just going to throw the thing on, and blah blah blah, sis boom bah. But it ain't. So if you look down there, you can see I got a couple of the bolts in, but there's other pieces on the back of that thing, and the bolts don't just go the way I want them to. But I got 3 done. Excuse me, I got 3 done, and I got 1 more to do. This one, and that should be fine. See? Anyway, when I get it done, I'll show you. And the lucky part is, did you show them the weather outside?
Yes.
Look at this, everybody. All right, well that means I'll be able to try this out.
Today, hopefully.
Oh, today I'll be trying it out. A couple hours I'll have the thing back together as soon as I drill this. I want to fix the light. I'm going to put one of those crazy fog lights on here so I can see something. This thing runs really well, but it doesn't blow snow very good. So this is supposed to help, and if it doesn't help, well then it's not going to help me. I'll have to do something else. But she's a monster. Anyway, let's see how this works. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright everybody, so here's what I did. I took those rubber pads and I C-clamped them, my C-clamp vice grips, to the paddle, and then I drilled my holes through the rubber. I put myself 2 bolts on. I stuck myself some Loctite on. I might put nylon washer lock nuts on it after. I just want to see how this is going to go. But anyway, so I'll show you guys my progress. This thing would barely shoot like a foot before. Now let's see what it's like. Well, Chris, that looks like it works perfect. What do you guys think? It worked pretty good. And all I had to do was attach those rubber clips. Huh. I gotta move all this wood, and then we're gonna try the tractor and see how well the tractor does. But I'm gonna cut up all this wood first. So we'll see you guys in a bit. All right, everybody. So this is what we're doing this week. If you guys watched last week's video, you've seen that I took that other snow blade that was bent and I cut it into chunks because I want to make wings for this. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna box it like this or I'm gonna extend it out like this, curl that right the hell up, and extend it like that. I'm trying to get the maximum width. It's got too much roll off, right? You get the windrows are just too tall. Or I've been watching a bunch of videos and the guys have done it a bunch of different ways, or I could go like this. I think that one, I kind of like this idea. And my thought was that I could just get a couple of tabs and drop a pin in there on the inside, and that would stop it from wanting to curl. But what I really wanted to do is run a couple of pipes on it. I got these big 2-inch pipe, and I was going to put 2 pipes on it and just slide the pipes in and put pins in it, you know, like I don't know, but that doesn't have any ends on it. I'm going to use it as an example for a minute because I should have cut the ends off of this one. Let's see if that makes it easier to try to set this up. Come here, you. See, it either goes like this. Let me walk that back till it's square. See, these two are different, right? The angles are different. So I'd be better off to go like this still.
That thing's coming off.
Hey? I know, I told you that. I gotta fix it. So it's either like this. See, that would still work. I'm going to cut this top row off so it's the same width as this one. Yeah, there. It's got a little jack stand. Okay, leave it alone. Back up so I can look at it. See, for what I want, that would work. I just make a line and cut it off at the same height. I gotta fix that styrofoam before it gets blown and rips all the rest of it off. I gotta put screws in it before it gets tore off. Anyway, I think it's gonna be something like that. What do you think? I just gotta make a line. I'll back it up, make some marks, cut some of this off inside, right? So we don't have to open the door. I was gonna stick the whole thing inside and build it inside, which is really what I should do.
But the problem is it's too big.
Well, once I build it, it won't fit in there. I won't be able to get it out anyway. But the problem is the welder also doesn't go this far. We have to run the arc welder.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Anyway, when I decide what I'm going to do or I get into it, I'll show you guys what I decided. Look at that disaster. It ripped it right off. Come on, let go, bit. You did this yesterday. I'll have to find a better way. I'll have to put tin or something on there to hold this styrofoam on. Alright, so I've been thinking about doing this for years, and now that I've got to here, I've got this far. I did just a bullshit way of getting it to sit here so I could see what square would look like. So you see that all the cutting edges are in a row. The problem is that now that I start looking at this thing's going to be a little too wide to do what I want. So I'm not sure if that was a bunch of effort for something that's not going to work exactly how I want it. Because yes, it's great having a 14-foot blade. And I know that the army truck will push that no problem because I've had bigger on it before. But I don't know if it's going to contain the snow the way I want it to. As a V, if you put this thing on an angle, man, you're moving a lot of snow. That thing's going to work perfectly. But I'm not sure if I don't want it come over here, Chris, and point this way.
Yep.
I'm not sure if what I really want. Let me get this off here. Let me see. I'm not sure if what I really want is this. Like, I would kind of really like a containment blade instead. So now I'm stuck on the dilemma of how to make this. I would like to make it so you could rotate them around, but I think there's a lot of weakness in that. I've noticed the last couple I've made, they just bend right off in the first second. So I want to make a solid set. But the more I look at this, the more I'm not sure how to make that work exactly how I want. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So at the moment I'm in the, how am I going to do this stage? I don't have any square tubing. I got a bunch of round pipe though, a bunch of it. So I was going to make it so that you maybe had 2 pipes, one here and one on the bottom. And you make it as receivers, and then you just slide the ends on and put pins. I seen a guy had done that. Because that there would be perfect. You know how much snow you moving with that angle there? You're moving a lot. This is where I'm headed more than that, I think. Anyway, when I figure it out, I'll get back to you guys.
Alright everybody, so it's Saturday night and we're testing the new blade model right now.
Some trucks just aren't finished working, they just want to keep working. Me and the neighbor threw these wings on yesterday, and yes, they're not mighty, but they're working really well. You guys can just see, go over here, Chris. You guys can see all it is just a steel flat plate welded to the side. Just a piece I had laying around from an old hoist, and I put a piece of rubber on it. Well, let me tell you, that contained the snow pretty good. I'm going to move the Yukon out of the way and keep plowing. I don't really have to though, I could wait till tomorrow. I just wanted to get the main area done. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think that works pretty good.
Yeah, that's an NT.
Yeah, because when you get to the other end, I don't lose as much snow. That only took really 3 passes to do the whole back here. And once I move the Yukon, it's only 3 more and I'm done, right? So, now I got to try to get the army truck back into the trees and cover it up. Because it looks like we're going to still get snow all night long. What do you think, boy?
I think so, too.
Anyway, this is the end of the how to put snowplow wings on your snowplow. Don't use giant heavy ones. When we started figuring out, they're going to be like 150 pounds each per side. It was just too much. And I wasn't figuring out how I was going to turn around with a 14-foot blade on in the front. So far, I've just done all our snow plowing in about 10 minutes. So, I can't really complain. It's done. It's good. It works good. What's that noise? Water dripping on the muffler.
Mm.
But the army truck, army truck doesn't care about this much snow. It's not very much though. It's only probably 8 inches up out there. I've plowed like almost 2 feet with this machine. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Alright everybody, that's it. I'm going to put tools away. See you guys next week.
Like, subscribe, comment, share.
Oh yeah, tell Chris what you think of the video.
Yep.
Bye everybody.
Bye.